Alright, this is Pain on One TV here with a ClawBlade build. And this ClawBlade build will be the only build I think you will ever need in WILDHEARTS. Even with the upcoming expansions, this build will only get better. And so what we're doing here, if you click the video, you seen the thumbnail, we did 1610 damage to Ember Plume, as well as I'm going to show you some clips of the newest addition to WILDHEARTS, which is the volatile Hellfire, doing crazy damage to him as well. Alright, I'm gonna play the clips and then we're gonna get into the build. Let's go. We're here. We're here. Oh my! Alright, so we're back. So what we're gonna do here is go over the stats that make the build so effortless. Meaning, you know, you can play however you want to play with this build, and it does it without having to commit to a certain type of play style. So we have the Turbulence Fury at 16%. We have, you know, just other boost health, fatigue recovery, rude health, which stops us from suffering from ailments, tangle recovery, grab master. But the key parts of this build is having 25% Hawkeye. And so when we look at Hawkeye in itself is just boosting flat damage against all kimono weaknesses, which is tremendous. It makes it so basically, as long as you're attacking weak spots, no matter if they're broken, no matter whatever the case is, you're always going to be doing a 25% damage boost. And with the ClawBlade, you're clawing to a weak spot, so that damage is consistent across the board. Then we have Desperation, which reduces the defense, boosts the attack by 31%. And so with this, as well as clawing to the weak spot at all times, we have a 56% damage buff. Solar protection, just a flat 5% at daytime. And then deaf ears, which is one of the actual main reasons why I went the kimono path, is because getting knocked out the air when they roar at the beginning of the fight, that little instance, and then in the clip, the video that I show, we're fighting a volatile, I want to say it's an ice tusk, and just being able to not hear those roars and stop your damage is just amazing to me. And then here we can withstand a hit. This is just like a utility skill, as well as Claw Master. Battle Spirit, really, because we hit so hard, the kimono is mostly always enraged. So this 10% is big on top of everything else that we get. And so this just makes the build even more flow. Critical draw, just an extra perk that we got from a talisman. And all of these right here are really extra perks, honestly, that we just got from our talisman. But that is the core build, building around these synergies here. And so when we go and we look at the gear that we have on. Let's take a look here. So starting with the headpiece, we have the Kimono Path Ember Plume, which offers us the deaf ear and the solar protection. Like I said, the only reason why I mainly went this path is for the deaf ears. Like I said, I want to fight. I don't want anything to stop me besides the monster hitting me. So this is why I love this headpiece. So then we go here, and then we have the end boss, which this fight here is horrible. I hate this fight, but we did it so we can get the extra 5% of the Hawkeye, which Hawkeye in this game is such a low percentage. So the most we can boost that up, that low percentage, is a big detriment of damage, a big amount of damage to our overall output. And now that I realized I have the base one on, I don't even have the Kimono Path. I can buy the Kimono Path now, but this fight was just so bad that I stray away from it. And like I said, I've been had this build since the beginning of the game. After you beat the story, I've been working on it here. So yeah, even with this, I'm still able, even outgoing this, I'm still able to do all the content in the game and still be able to feel good. I just hate this fight. I hate that fight so much. Now, if you don't want to do this fight, you can go here for the self-control and then the 7% desperation. But honestly, that 7% desperation, because we can get desperation in higher percentages so many other places. That's why I chose this over this. That's why I chose this over this chest. Because that 7% doesn't equal to that 5%. It just doesn't. As well as you lose the defense as well. These hands right here, out of all the choices of hands, going ahead stacking that 7% in this category is worth it. If I could get Hawkeye somewhere else in the gloves, I would stack more Hawkeye. But I don't. So we only have these for the 7% desperation. Then we go here, the Battle Spirit. Now, this is also, like I said, the monster spends so much time enraged that this 10% is active way more than you think. And then as well as you have good claw placements, even if you don't have good claw placements, even when you're going through a monster, anytime you tap a weak point or a weak spot, you're getting that multiplier. So that, as well as with the rude health, to me, hey, if I get hit by an attack, cool, I'm not suffering from ailments. I love that part. I chose this over something like this. Getting hit. I try not to get hit. I try to stay at max health. That's kind of the way I play. So if I cannot get hit, cool. If you're someone who gets hit, you may consider this here. But with this play style, it doesn't matter if you with these here. It doesn't matter if you get hit or not. If you're a bad player or a good player or just a mediocre player, doesn't matter, because you have the defense built in the armor, as well as the final piece here, which are, where are my boots? What are little guys? Cannot find them. Am I tripping? There we go. Okay, and so this is just, like I said, more utility focused here. If I happen to get hit in those harder volatile and I die or get hit, this gives me that window to just, heal up. Hey, gives me that second chance at life. And that's why we love this perk. We love these boots. If you don't want to rock these, then there are one other boots that I would recommend, which are these. Even though you don't get the actual perk, you get the Savage +3, and so that just boosts your attack here if you don't want those. But all in all, that is the build for the armor. Now we go to the weapon. Here in the weapon is where we did a lot of craziness. Well, I won't say a lot. It took a minute, but so we come here, and the first thing that we're going here is for Hawkeye. Like I said, anywhere I see this number is 5%. I know that 5% must be crucial, must be great, glorious, everything. So we come here and we snatch this 5%. Then we come down here and then we get Clawmaster as a perk. Clawmaster in itself is what makes us be able to, fight at times without sitting there and meleeing the whole time, because we want to get to the big damage of the build. And so I don't have a Clawmaster Talisman. If you have a Clawmaster Talisman, then you can go a completely other route with this here, because it doesn't come here until we get to here. So then we get the Turbulence Fury, which is at 8%. So which boosts our damage even more, on top of the weak spot damage, on top of the Hawkeye damage, on top of the enraged damage, which is up. We get that 8%. So then, all right. So we start off, like I said, with the Turbulence Fury here, and then we come up, and all these are more just pathways to get here. None of these matter. Final Blow, Salvage, carry over. Now, if you don't want the Clawmaster, this is the only other thing that I would recommend here, is this here, the extra 5%. So what this will do is, except for that 18%, you will add an additional 5, making it 23. Or you could come down here and you can get either the Tiger's Den, which is another flat boost. And since we have the rude health built in at 24% of our armor, it negates the minus effect of this. And so you're still up. So it's basically another just always active flat boost if you don't want the Clawmaster. Like I said, the Clawmaster is more of a utility thing. I prefer Clawmaster, so that's why I have it here. And like I said, if you have the Talisman, or if you don't want to use it at all, these are the only two things that I would put on the weapon. I would just come here, go here, and then either get this or come down and then go here, get Hawkeye, come all the way around, get this, go back up here, and then come back this way, which then we come here, and then we get the 15% desperation, and then we end up with a weapon like this, which the weapon itself has 15%. 15% Hawkeye. 16% Turbulence Fury, Critical Master, and 15% Desperation. Now, We have only thing left we have here is our talismans. Here. And with the talismans, that's where we got a little bit luckier with the talismans. So for my 5 talisman here, we start off here with the Hawkeye. Like I said, Hawkeye is such at low percentages. If I can get a good 5% of Hawkeye, I'm always going to take it. So right here, 3% here on this talisman. And then we have a 2% here, which gives us that 5% Hawkeye that's in the perks, that's on the armor. So for me, these 2 talisman slots were perfect. The more Hawkeye I can get, continuing growing. That's why I said this build will continuously get better, because the more I farm talismans, the better and higher percentages of Hawkeye I could possibly see. The highest I've seen is 3%. So if I get another 3%, of course, I'm going to take this 2 out, put that 3% in. And then the other things here are just boosting desperation, because those are the main abilities of our build. The higher desperations I get, I'm going to sub those out. And so right here we have a 4%. Right here we have a 2% plus a 2% health boost, which is not bad. Any tankiness that we get is good as well. So having that 2% plus a health boost too is good. And then we have desperation at 3, which then we have spirit here, strong arm, which if we happen to do land on the monster, as of right now I don't really do it too much. Maybe once out of every 10 fights. I want to switch up my playstyle a little bit, I'll do it, but it doesn't really add to the build here. And so that is the build. So we're gonna just show you a little bit of damage on the training dummy. Just even without it here, we're just gonna simply do a claw. And I missed. Oh my god. Yep. Forgot to train. Forgot to actually start the train. Alright. Claw. Come in. Do that. And we're getting a 3,800 on the training dummy. And so that is the build. We have like I said, volatile King Tusk that I'm going to roll. It's about a 4-minute run here, and you'll see me fight him doing what I call burst blade, is where at certain points in the fight I won't get my full turbulence fury. I'll just hook on and do what I just did on the dummy. And because we have Cloud Master, that allows us to be more flexible in our gameplay with the gauges, and the numbers are still closely the same without the extra 16% because of all the flat damage that we have just built into the build. So I'm going to play that. If you like the video, please comment, like. I do stream on Twitch and Facebook simultaneously Monday through Friday. Please come over there and show some support and love. We're going to be doing everything WildHearts, especially when the new DLC comes out here, I believe on the 23rd of March. If you have any tips, anything like that, leave them in the comment section below, and I'm going to play the clip here. So have a great day. Bye-bye.